have you ever tried to do something alone, even though it would be easier with friends? In the soft, sunlit marshland of Lilydrop Lagoon, where cattails swayed like sleepy dancers and dragonflies drew sparkles in the air, lived a thoughtful young turtle named Taro. Taro was gentle, careful, and loved taking his time, especially when planting seeds. Every spring, the marsh animals planted food together: sweetgrass, golden lilies, and little ponds of duckweed. But this year, Taro wanted to plant something special, all by himself. One breezy morning, he discovered a tiny pouch washed ashore near the reeds. Inside it were small, shimmering seeds, silver, blue, and soft green. A note tucked inside read, "Moonbloom seeds will only grow with care." Taro's heart thumped with excitement. Moonblooms, flowers that glowed at night like tiny lanterns. Imagine how beautiful the marsh would look. "I'm going to plant them alone," Taro whispered proudly. "Everyone will be amazed." Just then, Pica the pika hopped by. "What's that you're hiding?" she asked. "Nothing yet," Taro said quickly. "You'll see later." Pica tilted her head but didn't press. She scampered away to help her family plant sweetgrass. Taro watched them in neat rows, laughing, digging, patting soil. For a moment he wondered how nice it might be to plant moonblooms together. But then he shook his head. "This is my project. I'll do it alone." He paddled to a sunny patch between two warm stones. He dug tiny holes, dropped seeds into each one, and covered them with soft mud. It took longer than he expected, and by afternoon his legs felt heavy. But he smiled proudly at his row of little mounds. "I did it," he said. The next day, Taro returned with a cup of fresh water. But the soil was already dry. He poured carefully, trying not to spill. "I can handle this," he told himself. On the third day, the wind grew strong, scattering reeds and swirling dust over his planting patch. Worried, Taro hurried to shield the mounds with his shell. Too windy, he muttered. He fetched smooth pebbles to ring the seeds, but carrying them one by one took until dusk. His legs ached again. On the fourth day, a summer shower surprised the marsh. The raindrops pelted the ground like tiny drummers. Taro raced as fast as a turtle could, but by the time he reached his patch, muddy streams were already sliding across the mounds. "No," he cried, "my moonblooms." He tried to block the water with leaves, but they floated away. He dug small channels, but they collapsed. His heart sank. Just then, Pica appeared with Reed the frog and Minna the mouse. "Taro, we saw you rushing and thought you might need help," Minna squeaked. Taro hesitated. "I wanted to do this alone." Reed nodded thoughtfully. "Sometimes alone is brave, but together can be stronger." "But they're my moonblooms," Taro whispered. Pica placed a tiny paw on his shell. "We won't take them from you. We'll help you save them." Taro looked at the muddy patch. He realized he didn't want to lose the moonblooms or his friend's trust. "Okay," he said quietly. "Let's do it together." The three friends sprang into action. Reed used his strong legs to dig drainage grooves that held their shape. Minna gathered large leaves to spread over the soil so the rain would land gently. Pica found smooth stones much faster than Taro ever could, carrying stacks in her tiny arms. Taro guided them, showing where he had planted each seed. Working together felt steady, warm, and bright like a shared song. By sunset, the soil had settled safely, shiny and smooth. For the rest of the week, they tended the patch as a team. Reed watered the edges so the center wouldn't flood. Minna sang soft songs to the seedlings every morning. Pica checked for weeds with determined squeaks. Taro made sure every task was balanced and gentle. Finally, one evening, as the moon climbed high and full, the first sprout glimmered. A tiny silver glow peeked from the soil, then another and another. Soon, dozens of moonbloom buds shimmered like tiny stars waking from a nap. "They're beautiful," Minna whispered. "They're magical," Reed croaked softly. Taro felt his heart swell like a warm wave. "They're ours," he said. "They grew because we grew together. When the flowers blossomed fully, their glow lit the marsh paths, guiding nighttime animals to safety. Fireflies landed gently on the petals, and frogs sang lullabies between the blooms." From that season forward, Taro taught every young creature of Lilydrop Lagoon the same lesson. A seed grows best when many hearts water it, and every moonbloom that opened in the night sparkled with the memory of teamwork bright, soft, and shared.